students, in this session we are going to learn 12th standard computer science continuation of first chapter functions. The main concept you are going to learn in this session interface versus implementation, pure and impure functions and Gromland problem using functions. Okay, first let us see about interface. What is interface? An interface is a set of actions that an object can do. So, the interface just defines what an object can do, but it does not actually do it, which means the interface can't do anything. And the interface defines the object's visibility to the outside world, which means the object can be visible by others. Object can be visible by outside world. Next point, in object-oriented programming languages, classes are called as interface. In object-oriented programming languages, classes are also called as what? Interface. So what is implementation? Implementation carries out the instructions defined in the interface. Instructions means what? The operations that you declared in the interface. So, the interface defines what object can do, but it does not actually do it. Interface can't do anything, but the implementation doing all the things. Okay, you can see the object, but you cannot able to see the implementation behind the object. Or else you can see this, how the object is processed and executed is called implementation. Okay. Next let us see about characteristics of interface. What are the characteristics of interface? The class template specify the interfaces to enable an object to create and operate properly, which means the class template specify the interface for what purpose? To check whether the object is working properly or not. So next point, an object attributes and behaviors are controlled by sending functions to the object. What do you mean by attributes? Attributes are nothing but data members, and behaviors are what? Behaviors are member functions. Okay. What do you mean by object? Object is defined as the instance of a class. What do you mean by class? Class is nothing but collection of objects. Let us take one example, car. This car is a class, but car having many brands such as Audi, i10, i20. So this i10, i20, Audi, these are called objects. Okay. So collection of objects is called class and instance of a class is called object. Okay. Now let us see the real life example for interface and implementation. Suppose you are driving a car. If you want to increase the speed of your car, then what will you do? You just presses the accelerator. But you does not know about how that accelerator is working inside that car. But truly, the engine of the car is doing all the things. But you don't care about that. If you want to increase the speed of the car, you just presses the accelerator. You don't know about the internal working of the car. In this example, accelerator is called as interface between you and car, because the interface connects you and object. Okay. Here driver is calling object and car engine is the called object, which means you are the calling object and car is the called object. But the implementation means what? Here the implementation is the internal working of the car engine. Okay. So the interface defines what an object can do, but it does not actually do it. Implementation is doing all the things. Okay. So now let us see about pure and impure functions. Okay. What are pure functions? Pure functions are functions which will give exact result when the same arguments passed, which means the pure function always return the same result for the same arguments. Okay. And it does not having any side effects, which means it should not have any external variable, and it cannot depends on any outside variable, so it does not having any side effects. And one more point is the pure function do not modify the arguments which are passed to them, which means if you are declaring an input to pure function, it cannot be modified after that. So this is about pure functions. The example for pure functions are strlen, string length. This function is used to count the length of a given string. Let us take a string computer. In this string, how many characters are there? 8 characters. So when you are calling this function for this computer string, it will print integer 8 in the output. Whenever you are giving the same string in this function, it always produces the same output, that is 8. And the next example for pure function is power. Power function is used to calculate the power raised to the base value. If you are giving 2 power 2, it will always returns the value 4. If you are calling the same function with the same value, this function always give the same output. Next example for pure function is square root. The square root function is used to find the square root of the given number. If you are giving the same input for this function again and again, it always produces the same output. Okay. So these are the examples for pure function. What is impure function? Impure functions are functions which will give different result when the same arguments passed, which means it returns different results for same arguments. Pure functions will give the same result for the same arguments, but impure function give the different results for the same arguments. And the next point, it should have side effects because it depends on outside variable. It having external variable. Okay. Impure functions may modify the arguments which are passed to them. Let us see the example for impure functions. Random. This random function is used to print the random numbers. When you are calling the same function again and again, it will returns the different results. And next example for impure functions, time. If you are calling this function again and again, it will produces different output for each time. Okay. Which means if you are calling the time function now, it will print the current time. After 1 hour, when you are calling this function, it will give another one time. Okay. So this is called impure functions. Next, let us see about Chromeland Island problem using functions. In a Chromeland Island, there are 3 types of chameleons: red, green, blue. So whenever 2 chameleons of different colors meet, they both change its color to third color. If they are same colors, nothing happens. If they are different colors, they will both change its colors to third color. For example, if red and blue met, they both change its color to green. If red and green met, they both change its colors to blue. If green and blue met, they both change its colors to red. And 2 types of chameleons are equal in number, which means equal number of red and green, or equal number of blue and red, or equal number of green and blue. You can take any 2 colors in same numbers. Okay. Let us take red and blue chameleons are equal in number. So you have to write red is equal to blue. But the question is, can all the chameleons ever be a single color at the end? Is it possible? The answer is yes. But how can that happen? Let us see that. Okay. Now let us take the number of chameleons of each type by variables A, B, C. A means red, B means blue, C means green. A is the red type of chameleons, and B is the blue type of chameleons, and C is the green type of chameleons. Next, give the initial values to that variables. So the initial values are capital letter A, capital letter B, capital letter C. So the input property is A is equal to A, B is equal to B, C is equal to C. And one more input property is there. What is that? I have already told two types of chameleons are same in number. So red is equal to blue. So this is also one input property. Okay. So write A is equal to A, B is equal to B, C is equal to C, and A is equal to B, because two type of chameleons are same in number. Okay. So these are the input properties. Now you have to give the values to that variables by numbers. You can take any numbers. So the initial values of A, B, C are A is equal to 4, B is equal to 4. Because two types of chameleons are same in number. So A is equal to 4, B is equal to 4. And C is equal to 6. Here the output is what? All the chameleons should have in same color at the end. So you have to write the output property. A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, and C is equal to A plus B plus C, which means C is equal to uppercase A plus uppercase B plus uppercase C. So at the end, all the A-type chameleons becomes 0 and all the B-type chameleons becomes 0 at the end. And finally, all the chameleons will be in same color, that is C, which means finally A-type and B-type chameleons both changes its colors to third one, that is C. So the output property is A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, E is equal to A plus B plus C. Now let us find the solution for this problem. Write iteration, next write the variables A, B, C. First write the iteration 0 and write the initial values for A, B, C variables. Initial values are what? A is equal to 4, B is equal to 4, C is equal to 6. And next write iteration 1. Whenever two chameleons of different colors meet, they both change its color to third color. So in each meeting, A and B decreases by 1 and C increases by 2. Because if one red chameleon and one blue chameleon are met, they would change its color to green. So one red chameleon decreases and one blue chameleon decreases. They both change its color to third one, that is green. So two green chameleons increases. So in iteration 1, write the values. A becomes 3, B becomes 3 and C becomes 8. In the next iteration, iteration 2, do the same procedure again. So A becomes 2, B becomes 2 and C becomes 10. In third iteration, A becomes 1, B becomes 1 and C becomes 12. And in last iteration, that is fourth iteration, A becomes 0, B becomes 0 and C becomes 14. So now check the output property with the solution. A is 0, B is 0 and C is equal to A plus B plus C. That is 4 plus 4 plus 6 is equal to 14. Finally, at the end, all the chameleons are in same color, which is green. So we got the solution. So now let us see the algorithm and flowchart for this Chromeland Island problem using functions. Okay. Algorithm name is monochromatize. One if condition is given, that is A is greater than 0. If that condition is true, then you have to execute A is equal to A minus 1, B is equal to B minus 1 and C is equal to C plus 2. Which means A will be decreases by 1, B will be decreases by 1 and C will be increases by 2. If that condition is false, then execute the else part. That is A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0, C is equal to A plus B plus C. When the condition becomes false, you will get the output. So it returns the result. So this is about Chromeland problem using functions. I hope you understand well. Thank you, students.